Hey everybody, Brian Tro coming to you from Mossy Creek Fly Fishing with your fly fishing forecast. The date for today is Monday, January 15th. So I want to thank everybody who came out to the Virginia Fly Fishing Festival this weekend, stopped by the booth. Had a great time talking with everybody, tons of people at the presentations, and just an all-around really fun weekend. So I want to thank you all for seeing us there. We're back at the store, got things kind of put back together here. And had a little winter weather move in. You can see outside it's pretty snowy. We got a couple inches on the ground already. It's still snowing. Tonight they're calling for another 3-4 inches of snow. Mountains are going to get even more. So for those of you coming to the valley over the next few days, this stuff's probably going to hang around a bit. We're in for one of the coldest weeks we've had in several years, actually. It looks like it's going to struggle to even get above freezing here in Harrisonburg for the next 7 days, and certainly up in the mountains it's not going to get anywhere near freezing. We've got some nights between now and next weekend where 4 degrees, 6 degrees, 8 degrees with even colder wind chills. So we're going to be contending with some tough access. If you're trying to get up high in the mountains and fish, you're going to have some trouble getting up there in certain places. And then we're going to be dealing with ice too. So ice on our mountain streams, and then also as well on our larger rivers down here on the South Fork of the Shenandoah. So stream temperatures in the freezone streams are already 33 degrees, and with these cold nights and not getting above freezing during the day, we're going to be icing up. So check back with us and call ahead if you're trying to venture out this week. I don't know what will happen next week, but certainly the next 7 days it's going to be really cold. So you got to kind of find the right spots to go fishing when it's like that. Obviously your spring creeks are going to be your number one place. Mossy Creek, Buffalo Creek, Beaver Creek, streams with spring influence like South River. These are going to be a better place to fish. Not only that, a lot of those are off of major roads which get plowed more regularly, and you'll have better access. You don't have to fish terribly far from your vehicle. So for those of you who love brook trout fishing, you know, a lot of our mountain streams get really tough to get to. It can get a little adventuresome trying to get up there. Places like the North River where they don't plow and the snow just gets driven on and packed down. It can be pretty dangerous. But if you want to go brook trout fishing, places like the Dry River, Skidmore Fork, they're right along US 33, which is a major route between here and West Virginia, and it's plowed pretty well. They keep up with that road. You know, you can pull off one of the pull-offs and not be a very long hike back into the woods. So if you want to go brook trout fishing, just kind of pick your battles and you know, fish slow, fish some small nymphs down deep. We're still benefiting from a lot of rain, snow, and sleet over the past couple weeks. Water levels are still up. Some places are still dirty, which is a good thing. So we've got that kind of to factor in as well. A lot of folks have been stocking up on tungsten jig nymphs, heavier flies, heavier streamers, because the first time in months and months, really, you need the added weight to get down and be in the strike zone. So if you're fishing dirtier water, you know, you want to fish some of your darker colors, blacks, browns, olives. You know, you don't want to take the fly away from these fish too quickly. Water temps are cold, but you also want to put some vibration into the water. Remember, trout are visual feeders. So when the water's stained and they can't see as well, they'll rely on other senses like smell, but importantly for us anglers, the fly anglers they'll rely on movement, okay, and motion. And so you kind of got to figure out how to put a lot of action into your fly, but not take it away from them too quick. Quick, short little strips, pause, quick, short little strips. Fish flies that have a lot of action, rubber legs, rabbit tails, and have a lot of movement to them. That can be a key. So for those of you who want to get out and trout fish in the next 6, 7, 8 days, target those spring creeks, okay? You're still going to have water temps around 40 degrees in a creek like Mossy Creek, even with these really, really cold nights. And that's going to be critical for the metabolism and the activity level for the fish. For those of you who love musky fishing and floating, excuse me, and being on the bigger rivers, you're going to get ice. We're going to have ice on the rivers for sure. I don't know when, but probably in the next 3-4 days, we'll start getting ice. It typically forms on those big, slow pools first. It has a harder time freezing up in the riffles, but those big, slow pools are where we work. That's where the musky are. That's where the big bass are. That's where we like to operate. So we'll be pulling off the river. Rafts and ice don't get along that great, so we'll be pulling off the river as the ice starts to form, and then we'll just see how long it lasts. Our mountain trout streams will probably get ice on them as well, so just be careful up there if you're climbing around on the rocks. Yeah, dress warm. Got a lot of great stuff here in the shop. If you need it, we've got a really great selection of gloves, fleece gloves, wool gloves, Gore-Tex gloves, neoprene gloves, a lot of different ways to keep your hands warm fishing through the wintertime. Got a ton of wonderful clothes from Squala and Sims and Orvis, fleeces, flannels, vests, everything. So if you all need to load up on a couple of warm weather stuff, we'll be here all week. And of course, I'm hanging out in the tie-in room because this is where the action is. Everybody's been, when it snows in Harrisonburg, you go get your milk, your bread, your beer, and your fly tying stuff. So anyway, we'll be here. If it snows a lot, we'll let you all know if we have a little delayed opening, trying to get, things cleaned up, get the parking lot cleaned up, but we'll be on top of it and, be able to get online orders out to everybody this week. And if you can, sit by a fire and enjoy tying some flies. Good fly tying weather. You dry fly fishing in spring will be here before you know it. Doesn't last that long. Winter doesn't last that long here in Virginia. So, but this is going to be a cold one. So bundle up and be ready. Watch your ice on the big rivers. Fish your spring creeks. Be careful if you're trying to head up high into the mountains. Stick to some spots that are near good roads, etc. Fish deep, fish slow. Get your tungsten nymphs, get your jig nymphs out, get your lead wrapped nymphs out, and grid that water out. Be methodical. Don't fish too quick through a run. Hit every little spot before you move on. Fish have to eat. They just don't work real hard for it. So it's your job as an angler to work hard to put it right here. You got to put it right in their mouth. All right. That's pretty much it. If you all have questions, up to the minute conditions, etc., give us a call, email us, or stop by the shop. I'll see y'all next week.